Joined now by James Rowe, the newly introduced cornerbacks coach here in Indianapolis. First and foremost, welcome to the Indianapolis Colts organization.
Thanks for having me. I'm loving it here so far.
Great. It's great to have you. And you have an interesting background. You've spent 10 years coaching football, but you played baseball at the college level. How did you make that transition? And what do you take from your baseball experience in coaching defensive backs?
Well, football is always my first love. I think I was just better at baseball at that time. I was actually, it's a funny story, so I'm back home watching my little brother play high school football, and they're running the same offense we ran back when I was a player. And I suggested a play to the head coach. It worked, and then he'd ask me if I'd come home on Friday nights and be up top in the booth and help call plays. So, that kind of kicked off my coaching career. And I would say just as far as impacted me as far as, playing baseball and as a coach, I think just dealing with different personalities, dealing with different guys. I had some really good baseball coaches that I actually got to learn a lot from. And it's a different style of teaching in that sport because it's a slower game, you know what I mean? So that helped me a lot, I think.
With this defense under Matt Eberflus, they took such great strides in 2020. What was so appealing to you to join this staff, in particular, working with one of the top defenses in the NFL?
Well, for me, obviously I have dreams, and I want to be a defense coordinator one day. So, Coach Eberflus and his knowledge of the game and his ability to develop coaches, went a long way with me. And then just watching the Colts on film and how fast they play and how guys, they really look bought into the system. So that's awesome to see.
Although you might be new to Indianapolis, you're familiar with some of the faces in this building, in particular, Kenny Moore. You were at Valdosta State. Kenny, of course, a Valdosta native and one of the proud products of Valdosta State. What is your relationship with Kenny?
So I was the defensive coordinator there his senior year, and I obviously coached the defensive backs. So, we have a really good relationship. He was a captain for us, obviously a great player, All-American. So we get along great. We've stayed in contact throughout the years. So, I'm looking forward to being with him again, and hopefully we produce a great product.
What did you see in Kenny at the college level that indicated that he would have the type of success he's enjoyed so far? And I know in Kenny's standards, by his standards, he's not yet where he wants to be, but just to this point, how impressed have you been?
Oh, he's been awesome. He tackles well, covers well, catches the ball well. That interception he had this year was awesome. So he just does the little things right in the game, and then he's obviously a great athlete and smart. So he has the total package to be special.
In looking at the comments from some of the coaches you've worked with previously, a lot of them note how great of a communicator that you are, and that's really one of the strengths that you bring to a staff. How do you and Coach Allen Williams really balance out in terms of that dynamic? He has the safeties, you have the corners, but leading the defensive backs.
Yeah, so, obviously the communication between the two groups is vital. And, for me, having Coach Williams as a mentor, he's been in the league, he's been a defense coordinator in the NFL. So somebody that I can look up to and learn from is huge for me. And then, I remember a story my brother told as I'm driving to my first college job, and he says there's really three ways a player is going to respect a coach. He says the first one is, his size. He's just a scary figure. I was 0 for 1. He said his playing career. I played baseball. I was 0 for 2. And he said then you got to be such a good teacher, that they know they're learning stuff that's going to help them on the field. So that's been my niche my whole career, and I really just focus on that.
So you would describe your coaching style really as honing in on being that teacher and having that relatability factor that you can find those ways to communicate and connect with guys in a unique manner.
Yeah, no doubt. That's definitely what I strive for, is just, give them the great information that they have no doubt that I know what I'm talking about. So.
Coach Rowe, great to have you. Welcome to Indianapolis. Excited for more great conversations over the course of the next few months leading in to the 2021 Colts season.
Thank you for having me.